Folds apart nice and easy. Wanted to show a closer video of this 17 design integrated folding lower receiver compared to this is one of the cheap Chinese knockoff Law Tactical ones. I actually purchased this one before I saw that 17 design was coming out with this, so I was actually waiting for this to get here in the mail, and then I saw this and I knew I would like it a lot better because I didn't know the quality of these. So I wanted to kind of do a compare and contrast video showing what they look like side by side. So let me get these stacked up. Here's a top-down view from both of them. You can actually see that the Chinese knockoff one isn't that bulky. I've seen a few that are extremely bulky, and I'd never considered even getting one of those just because of the bulk aspect of them. But yeah, so I was actually pretty impressed with this Chinese one based on the size alone. However, the quality is definitely something to be desired because you can see here is there's already some galling on this aluminum, and you can see when I hold the top here, you see there's some play in it. And when I first got this in the mail, this loose piece was actually screwed into the back of here, and to you could see it in there. And to actually get it back in here, I actually had to take this apart using a 3mm Allen key. Take this off, basically take this part of the assembly out, remove this piece as well, and then put this unit in there. So I've actually never owned a Law Tactical flip to side accessory, but I don't know if it's the same or not as this. So you can see here, it's all aluminum, unlike the 17 design, has some steel components to it, and the finish of this isn't really a good finish. It came in the mail with this already kind of scratched up. The aluminum, like I showed, already kind of getting scratched. So this being so cheap, and if you want, if you wanted a flip to side mount, and this one being one of the cheapest options, I found this on Facebook. It was a Facebook ad, and I think I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for it, something like that, and I had to wait several weeks to get it. This would do the trick, but it definitely is not the top of the market. It's aluminum. It feels kind of cheap. There's a little bit of play in it, so I would definitely get this to play with and see if you like it, and then if you do like it, upgrade to something else like the 17 design or the Law Tactical. And it does come with all the stuff you need to make it work with your rifle. This basically bridges the gap between the buffer and the BCG. Moving back over to the 17 design, I actually got this with the intent of having this Cry Havoc quick release barrel attachment on it as well. And I think that they were made for each other. Let me show you how quickly this actually works. You can see, like I mentioned in the first video, this has some steel inserts. Folds apart nice and easy. I specifically bought this lower to use with this Cry Havoc quick release barrel system. It's kind of hard to close if you just kind of do it nice and slow. You kind of have to like snap it together, and it goes together nice and firm. If you're unfamiliar with these Cry Havoc quick release barrels, it's a system that lets you quickly attach a barrel. So if you have your lower folded up like that, and then have a 10-inch, 12-inch barrel attached to this, you can kind of stick your barrel in here, and then your handguard and your barrel, and it makes this a package that's about this long to store in your backpack or your car, something like that. So again, let's see the snap. Works really good. I'm waiting for a few parts to come in, like the safety selector and the bolt release. But if you're interested in the 17 design integrated folding lower receiver, you might also be interested in getting one of these Cry Havoc or looking into it. There's a few companies that have a barrel attached system, but Cry Havoc is actually used in the military, and in my opinion is the best option. It locks in there just fine. So for everyone that's interested in the build moving forward, stay tuned. I'll be posting videos once I get a different barrel and handguard that works with this. This is a billet lower and a billet upper that I bought. The upper is a little bit loose on the lower, but overall, I think this build is going to be awesome. Some other components that I got for this pistol build outside of the SB Tactical SB3 arm stabilizing brace, the 17 design integrated folding lower receiver, the Cry Havoc quick release barrel system. I got this 12.5 inch Odin Works 223 Wild carbine gas system. I got this Primary Arms exclusive Radical Firearms 10-inch handguard. I was initially looking for a linear compensator to put on the end of this, but a lot of those linear compensators are several inches wide, which would kind of defeat the purpose of having this folding lower along with the Cry Havoc. Is the length of the barrel and the upper would be too long for what I liked. So I started looking at some compensators or some muzzle devices that were smaller, and these are some of the cheaper short options I could find. This one is 1.3 inches long and this one is 1.5 inches long. They're both made by Strike Industries. This one here is called the Sail, and the reason they call it the Sail is because of the design here kind of is very similar to a sail of a ship. This one is called the Warhog. It's got a smaller baffle in it. Compared to the Sail, you can see the size difference in the baffles. There's not very much information on either of these, and the Warhog was like $18 and the Sail was like $47. So I wanted to do a comparison between these two because they're short muzzle devices. People that have pistols might be considering getting one of these if they don't get an actual linear compensator. And the length difference is not really that great. You can see 0.2 of an inch, quarter inch, roughly longer for the Sail. So I don't think there's going to be any felt recoil difference between the both of these, but I wanted to see if the price increase, if the Sail is actually worth over two times the price of the Warhog, because this is a very cheap muzzle device, $18, and the Sail is almost $50. So if there's no difference in felt recoil, I wanted to prove that one way or another. But I think these are both good options for pistol builds. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel up to 1,000 subscribers. If there's anything else you want to see compared and contrasted, let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you wanted to stay up to date on this 17 design integrated folding lower stock, please continue to keep an eye on my channel, and I'll be posting videos here shortly.